Hi there, this is Maureen from Color Me Positive PLR. And first up, I wanted to say thank you for answering my question about whether you'd prefer the unicorn coloring page or the Zentangle dog coloring page yesterday. A lot of you wrote in, and it all depends what you're doing in your business, which one you would choose. Now, the unicorn won by most votes because it's something it's an image you can actually work with to make unique to you. It's a little easier to do that with this image than the dog image. So, but a few people wrote in and asked, well, how do we make it unique? So I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's very simple. I'm going to do it using photop.com so that everybody can follow along, because I know a lot of people don't have Photoshop, which is my preferred graphics program. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to photop.com and you're going to go to File, Open. Now I've already opened the unicorn, so you can do that. And I've also opened a pattern that I'd like to fill the unicorn with. So you can do that as well. Choose any pattern you have that you like, and just open that as well. So we're going to go back to the unicorn. Now, first up, we have to make the unicorn transparent in order for the pattern to show through. So what you do is you come over here and you come to this tool. You might see this one first. So come here and choose Magic Wand. Okay. Now, in Photoshop, I like to use the quick eraser, but Photop doesn't have that option. So I use the Magic Wand for this. So now say I want this area to be transparent. I want to put a pattern in here for people to color. So what I'm going to do is click there once I've chosen Magic Wand. And you'll see these like marching ants around. That'll show you the area you've chosen. If you also want to choose another area, say over here, to be transparent, hold down your Shift key and click in there. And say I want the moon, so I'm going to click in there as well. Okay, so those are the three spaces I'd like to make transparent. So what I'm going to do now is hit the delete key on my keyboard, and there you have your transparency. Okay, so I'm just going to click outside so it gets rid of the selection, and then I'm going to come up here to my move tool and go over to the pattern that I've chosen. So I'm just going to click on that, hold it down, hold the key down, and come over to the unicorn and just drop the pattern on top. Okay? You can place it any way you like. So there you have your pattern. Now just come over here to your unicorn layer, grab it, and pull it on top of the background, the pattern. And there you have it. So you've now filled your unicorn with a pattern. You can choose any pattern you like to use. And you have a unique to you coloring page. You could do a series of these if you like, with the same pattern, different unicorns, or different unicorns, different patterns, whatever you choose to do to make it your own, right? Okay, so say I want to place the pattern differently. You're just going to come to your pattern background, your pattern layer, and move it around to wherever you want it. And you can make the pattern bigger, smaller, whichever you prefer. So you have your transform controls here. In order to see these, just go to View, Fit the Area, when you have the pattern background selected. And if you want to make it smaller, you just come up here, wait till you see the 2-arrow thing, and hold down your Shift and Alt key at the same time, and drag it in. That'll keep it centered. And then once you've done that, click the check mark so that it's placed. And you can hit Control, hold your Control key and hit the plus key on your keyboard to zoom in. And if you want to zoom out, you can hit the minus key, holding the Control key as well. there we go. Now I'm on the pattern layer and I want to bring that flower up around her eye. It's a her, I don't know why, but it is. And there we go. So now I have my unicorn filled, and it's going to be unique to me because I've chosen the pattern. So to use this as a coloring page, you're just going to go to Layer, Flatten Image, and then you'll save it. Well, you need, from here you need to export it as a JPEG, PNG, either one. Now, say you want to do something a little bit different. You still want it to be a coloring page, but you want to incorporate the unicorn into something else. So what you would need to do here, once it's flattened, come over here, hit the lock so that it unlocks that layer. Go back to your magic wand tool and click on the background, the white background, and then you're going to hit delete. So that will make the background transparent. Once you've done that, come up to Select, Inverse, and come over to Image up here, Trim. In Photoshop, that would be Crop. Okay, so just hit Trim and click outside so you get rid of the selection. And now you've got your unicorn that you can put on top of another pattern or mix it, match it with other elements, right? So just to show you, I'm going to click on the unicorn, drag it over to the pattern that we have opened up over here. Oh, got to click on the move tool first to do that. There we go. Now click on it and drag it over to wherever you want it to be. And there we go. And can't really see it against this pattern. I mean, you'll have a different pattern maybe, or it'll just be a plain white background. You're going to add other elements. But if you wanted to do this, make it stand out a bit more, you could come over to your unicorn layer, double click on it. That will bring up your layer style palette. And then I'm going to go to drop shadow. Okay, and I like what it's done already. So there we go. Click OK. And now you have a unicorn on top of a pattern. Right? And it looks pretty cool, actually. Now, what you want to do is export it. So come up to File, Export As. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. And you make sure the quality is at 100%. Okay, because you want it to be, you want to be able to publish it. Hit Save. And I'm going to open it just to show you what it looks like bigger in Photoshop. And there we go. And that would actually make a pretty cool coloring page, just like that. I mean, make it 8x11 or whatever size you're going to have it at. Sorry, I'm losing my voice today. And that's it. So you can make a pretty cool coloring page just using very few elements and Photopea if you don't have, you know, Photoshop or another graphic editing program. And that's it for today. So if you have any questions about this, hit me up in the comments in the Facebook group, send me an email, or if you have my number, give me a call. All right, folks, have a good one.